Infinity Pool. Now, unlike David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future, where everybody's fucking and nobody coming, everybody fucking in this movie and everybody coming. I do like the idea and the premise of this movie where like foreigners in a foreign country that commit a crime have to be executed, but if they have the money, they can clone themselves and then have that clone executed by a family member of the person that they killed or wronged. I thought that was a really good movie. I thought that was like a really good story beat. I thought that was an excellent um, way to like really challenge the audience and really think about how far are you willing to go. If you had this knowledge and this information, where would your moral compass land? Would you do it again? Would you do it for kicks? Would you go out and purge if you had the money? Like, that's so interesting to me. Like, I'm like, man, where would your compass land? I think that says more about you than you would like to admit. Because everything about this movie screams that it's high concept. Like, it's very high concept. And that's something that you have to expect with a Brandon Cronenberg movie, writing and directing. And I feel like Brandon is really starting to show his stride. I think he's really starting to hit his stride, especially with this third film. Like, you are starting to see the growth, not only in him as a director, but as a writer. The writing's always been there. Don't get it twisted. Like, if you look at Antiviral and you hear the story about how he came up with the idea for Antiviral, who else would have thought of that? And I did enjoy this movie, and there is like a point in this movie where they should have ended it. There are two scenes here that could have been really great endings. There's an embrace at a barn where had you just cut to credits, I wouldn't even mind. Because by that point, everything that this fucking dude's been through would have been worth it. And then there's another sequence with him at the airport looking around and being paranoid. It's very reminiscent to like the town, the dreaded sundown, with like how they ended it with like the camera pointing at people's shoes and everyone's wearing the same kind of shoes that the killer was wearing. And I thought that would have been a great ending, but it just keeps going and it kind of ends with him just sitting on the beach. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I think you could have ended it 5 minutes earlier. I did like this movie. I didn't love it, but I thought it was okay.